It's Press Pass with Jack Ebling, Mid-Michigan's spirited sports debate. Now let's get talking sports. Here's Jack.
Great evening, Mid-Michigan and beyond, and welcome to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time to meet Team 241. Tom Crawford, my longtime radio partner, Blue Belly Tom. He is co-host of The Drive with Jack and Tom on the Team 92.1 FM and the Spotlight Radio Network. Your home for We Are There Sports Radio. In front of your television yesterday to watch the Kentucky Derby?
Yeah, I was, and watched those two great NBA games, and I hope we do not have a segment on who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James, because this sucker is over with. LeBron is the greatest of all time. We're done, right? No talk, right?
You got Rico Beard on the panel with you, so nothing's
like
done.
Michael Jordan, but he never lost. It's the Joe Montana argument.
It's unbelievable.
Joe Montana argument. He never lost a fight.
Wettest derby in history.
It cost me money, by the way.
Is that right?
3 inches of
My
rope.
horse came in third. I actually placed some money on it.
Oh, you didn't bet him to show, though, right?
No.
You bet him to win. That's the problem.
Because I couldn't get an exacta bet until the day of the Derby.
You took audible football term, right? Is that what you did?
No.
Want to welcome in Rico Beard, a longtime Detroit radio and TV personality. He is a Specs Howard broadcast instructor, recruiting insider, and most importantly, he is the host of the Spartan Beat, weeknights from 6 to 7 on the Team 92.1. Rico, how are you?
I'm good, Jack. All ready for the show. Got Tom here. I can now criticize him because he's just a bum. Let me tell you about how bad you played all 4 years. No, I'm kidding. Tom's here.
We got a Tum Tum Admiration Society, actually, with Tom Crawford here, too. Want to welcome in Lou Rawls, Tum Tum Nairn Jr., back for his second appearance here on Press Pass. He's a 4-year point guard and a 3-year captain for Michigan State, one of the best leaders the Spartan program's ever produced. And as of this week, an MSU graduate. Tom, you won 106 games as a Michigan State player, so this is your 107th victory, graduating, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
And your family is here.
Yep, my mom, my godmother's here.
Well, that's pretty cool. When you think about growing up where you did in the Bahamas, the idea of getting a degree from a Big Ten university,
never
that happened, right?
Never in my mind. I couldn't even dream of it.
When you got to Michigan State, did you think this was going to go fast? I know that seems like things get going once you're out on the court.
No, I didn't think it was going to go by this fast. I still can remember living in the dorms. My moving day.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, 4 years went by.
Went by fast, and for Michigan State fans now, they're going to have number 11 out there playing point guard for the Spartans. Maybe he'll be around in another capacity. We'll talk about that. And the NBA playoffs, our Tracking a Trophy segment, coming up next here on Press Pass.
Have you experienced a life-changing event? Are you considering filing for disability benefits? With so many people getting denied every day, you need an expert in disability law. You need the law offices of Ronald J. Miles.
Becoming disabled can be a life-changing event. For more than 25 years, I've had the privilege to help thousands of people get their disability benefits from the Social Security Administration. So, if you think you're disabled and you need assistance, let me win for you.
When John Deere started selling the Waterloo Boyd tractor in 1918, it changed the agricultural landscape forever. And 45 years later, John Deere engineered change again with the introduction of compact and utility tractors for large and small property owners. Today, John Deere continues to make life better for those who love to work the land with a legendary lineup of innovative machines.
D&G Equipment, celebrating 25 years of supporting John Deere Ag and Turf Equipment in Mason, Williamston, Howell, Highland, Corunna, Charlotte, and Rise Junction.
Some people think our generation just uses our phones to talk. Seriously? Just because we're not millennials doesn't mean we're not posting photos, streaming music, video chatting with our kids, and whatever he's doing.
Does your carrier think you're out of touch just because you're over 55? Get Unlimited 55 Plus. 2 lines, unlimited everything for $70. That's right, 2 lines, just $70 and not a penny more. Only from America's best unlimited network.
It's spring cleaning time at every Graf dealership.
We have way too much inventory and more on the way.
And we'll give you $3,000 minimum for your trade.
Lease Pull Ahead is back at every Graf dealership. Drive off a new Silverado double cab for only $145 per month, or get into a new Chevy Equinox for just $136 a month.
And get a minimum of $3,000 for your trade. It's the Graf Spring Cleaning Sale going on right now at every Graf dealership.
Team spirit, face paint, more cowbell. Dean Trailways Motor Coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
Here's Bellinelli, catch and shoot, and it's good! Having trouble again inbounding, fires to Horford underneath. Horford gets it to go!
Playoff motion and downhill.
Again, Boston has a foul to give. Philly down one with possession, 5.5 to go. Horford with a steal! What a play by Horford! Another costly turnover in a key moment by the 76ers.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's our Tracking a Trophy segment. Tom Crawford, we have watched Al Horford at Grand Ledge. We've watched him win 2 NCAA titles at Florida. Watched him be a 5-time All-Star. I think that would surprise some people for the Hawks and the Celtics. And yesterday, a couple of heroic plays. He's playing as well as he ever has. Could he be the most underrated player we've had come out of mid-Michigan?
Yeah, he is underrated. I've never really understood why Lansing hasn't grasped him more than they have. I mean, he didn't move here till he was 13.
Right.
So that's, you know, that.
In some ways, he hasn't grasped Lansing.
Well, you're right. That goes both ways. But what he has done as a 31-year-old is amazing. How his game is. He keeps getting better. Look, he had 2 game-winning shots this week. He had the 2 steals down the stretch. That terrific game, that terrific win. And he just keeps on getting better. He's a winner, and he's a good guy, and couldn't be happier for him, I'll tell you.
He was the number 3 overall pick in the 2007 draft, so it's not like he should be sneaking up on people, Rico.
No, he shouldn't be sneaking up on anybody, but he didn't have that instant impact.
Right.
And if you don't go into the NBA and just are just a dominant player right away, you're a bust. And then you come back later, you know, and pull a John Wall and say, oh, well, this guy's actually pretty good. Like, yeah, he was always good. He just wasn't ready yet.
Longevity means you were good, though.
Right. He just wasn't ready. But now when, you know, they'll look at the draft and like, oh, you know, we're drafting this guy, and they expect this guy to be, you know, the savior of the program, and you're not. But that's what happened with Horford. Is a good team player. He knows his role. He accepts what he does. He doesn't try to live outside his means. He gets the job done. That's why he has longevity in the NBA.
Those last 2 plays, Tom, you saw Brad Stevens call a play. He had a mismatch with Horford up against 6'6" Robert Covington. He waited until he got post position, and he lobbed it up, and that ball sat on the rim for a while before it fell in, and then he makes a big steal.
You know, game-winning plays, man, I like his game, but, you know, to make 2 big-time plays like that, not only on the offensive end, but also on the defensive end, you know, just shows what kind of competitor he is.
Rico, we saw Michael Jordan at his best. Now LeBron James, and did it again Saturday night, and that off-balance bank shot. We're going to talk more about that a little bit later.
Incredible.
But can we say now that he has passed or is about to pass Michael Jordan as the greatest player of all time?
No. Because I think it's all. I think okay. I'm sorry. Didn't you ask me this question? Didn't you ask me this question? Don't make me take your mic. I've done it before. Okay. The question is this: it all depends on the era that you come up in. And for younger people, for Tom, he's going to be better than Michael Jordan. Yeah. I got to see them both, and the argument that I'll use is the same argument. Tom, you're going to get upset. Same argument I use when people try to compare Montana with Tom Brady. Michael Jordan never lost in the NBA Finals. Never. That means something. When I got to the finals, I closed it out. LeBron hasn't done that.
8 straight
LeBron
times,
is
2
a
to the finals.
player.
Getting
Why
there.
can't they just
8
be
straight
2
times, 2
great
finals
players?
doesn't matter.
Why
They
does
can,
one,
but
why
we
does
also
one
want to
always
find
have
the
to be,
best, right?
There is no the best. That's
There
why,
is if you ask Tum Tum.
That's why we
who's
got
the best?
barbershops.
LeBron James is the best player I've
Why?
ever seen.
Amen.
He does it all. He can do everything.
But
You
he's
can't-
the best player he's ever seen.
Yeah,
he didn't see Jordan.
I can't say, I never seen Mike play, so I can't say who really is the best from comparing the 2 games watching them. But for me, growing up watching LeBron James, you know, you watch highlights and, you know, games with Michael, but to see LeBron James live and everything that he's been able to do, you know, 15th year in the NBA and gets better every year.
He's not done yet either.
Yeah.
I mean, it all depends on the era. If you ask me, I'm on an island by myself, I still say Dr. J.
Oh,
Because
not
of
even
J.
close.
Dr.
Not even close.
Okay,
Not even
Dr.
in
J.
top 10.
Dr. J consolidated 2 leagues. He was that good
He just
that
happened
the
to
ABA
be the guy.
said
It would have been somebody.
the ABA came into the NBA.
Oh, unbelievable.
Okay,
I'm
Walt-
sorry. I
Walt
disagree
Frazier
with
is the
Jack.
greatest NBA
I disagree
player
with
of all
Jack.
Tom,
So
let's take a
he's
look
gonna be
at
asking
5
tough questions
draftable
all day.
players, okay? We got 5 guys from Michigan and Michigan State. Miles Bridges, Jaren Jackson Jr., Mo Wagner, Charles Matthews, and Nick Ward. How many of those guys will be first-round picks in your mind?
I think Jaren for sure, top 3.
Top 3?
Miles, top 10. Yep.
Mo Wagner?
Mo Wagner, I think he's a first rounder, in my opinion. I mean, you know, he's one of those guys where, you know, competitor, you know, you hate him because he goes to that school down the road.
Matthews and Ward, will they be back?
Yeah, I think both of them.
They'll both be back. All right. That's good news for college basketball fans in the state of Michigan. We'll be right back with our Going Green segment. Michigan State up next.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified, humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Craig.
Welcome to Delicious.
The student bookstores are Green and White Shop headquarters. Outfit your entire family with Spartan gear. We have a large selection of men's, women's, and children's clothing. Show off your Michigan State pride with new shoes, socks, hats, and more. Have your tailgate ready with MSU party supplies, car accessories, and dress your pet in green and white. We have gifts for students, grads, alumni, and fans. From Vera Bradley and Dooney and Burke to diploma frames and more. Always shop SBS for the biggest and best selection of green and white. Go green, go white, go SBS.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
Catch an all-new episode of Gotham, Thursday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Massive subs, fresh cut fries, and fresh squeezed lemonade, only at Penn Station. Penn Station, put it in your face. 3 locations in the greater Lansing area.
Turn on the lights with Capital Lighting. Experience our full-service lighting showroom. Discover the hundreds of beautiful fixtures available to bring your home to life. Visit today at Capital Lighting of East Lansing, where bright ideas begin.
May means money on Fox 47. Starting Monday, you could win cold, hard cash, and one lucky viewer will win $1,000. Enter today at fox47news.com. Then watch for your name during each newscast.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for our Going Green segment, brought to you by Graff Chevrolet. A trusted friend with 104 years in the automobile business. Stop and see Matt, Mark, and Greg on West Grand River in Okemos. They'll take great care of you, as they have on all 6 of my leases and purchases. Go green, go Graff.
Yes. Now Tum Tum Nairn's turn. And Tom Izzo's going to have a tough time.
Tom's going to be crying, I guarantee he is. Yep.
Tom and Tom, what a tandem for Michigan State basketball. Tom, when you think about 4 years in this program, and you're one of just 4 players in MSU history that has been a 3-time captain, who's started in a Final Four, who's won a Big Ten tournament, cut down the nets, and a Big Ten regular season championship. And 7 weeks ago tonight, after the loss to Syracuse, you told me that nothing could tear this brotherhood apart.
Yes, you know, man, God is good. I get the chills just every time I see that video. You know, just being a kid coming from the Bahamas, never being able to dream about, you know, the position God has put me in. But, you know, after that loss, I said nothing could tear the brotherhood apart because, you know, we just been through so much adversity, you know, things that, you know, we couldn't control. And the way we stuck together, be able to go 30-5, you know, set so many records. Just to be able to win, and, you know, it was really special for me hanging a banner on my senior night. But, you know, being at Michigan State has taught me so much about life. You know, the game of basketball brought us together, but it's a real, real family.
The thing that I thought was greatest about this group, guys, was the way they represented, whether it was Moneyball, whether it was at Reno's. You know, you really did a good job for Michigan State University in and out of uniform. What are you most proud in that 4 years?
Well, a lot of things, man, but I think, you know, just how we've been able to stick together as a family through adversity. You know, a lot of times, I can remember my freshman year, we lost to Texas Southern. You know, and everybody was saying that was one of our worst losses in Coach Izzo's era. And, you know, pivotal moments like that, teams tend to go, you know, one or the other way. And for us, we went in the locker room and was like, look, we gotta make a run here. And that loss actually brought us together closer now, go to the Final Four. And then, you know, my senior year, having so much adversity, but just sticking together as a family, and that's what I'm most proud of, just, you know, everything Coach Izzo stands for and his coaching staff and the program. It's been nothing short of a blessing for me.
Tom Crawford, we have talked about the Michigan State-Michigan football comparison from 2007, and there's a graphic in terms of the football success. Oh, there it is again.
We got to show it yet another
Yeah,
time.
you know, I don't like to belabor things. And
Yeah,
it's
you do.
really not fair to compare Mark D'Antonio's 11 seasons versus those of 4 Wolverine coaches. So I don't think we should keep doing this, and we probably won't do it much longer tonight, and we won't do it again until October. But let's take a look at these two schools in basketball from 2007 to 2018. Basketball now is a sport that matters at Michigan. Basically, this is the John Beilein era. Came in the same time as D'Antonio. There you see the overall wins for Izzo and Beilein, 296, 248. Big Ten wins, 139, 111. NCAA tournament wins, 24-18. Big Ten championships, Big Ten tournament titles, NCAA bids, and Final Fours. Pretty good representation for Michigan.
It is, and John Beilein, he's been head coach, but he embraced defense the last couple of years in particular, in the last few years, and I think that's why they've got a couple of national title game appearances.
Rico, looking at those numbers, Michigan State with an edge in every category. How do Beilein and Mark D'Antonio compare against their arch rivals?
I actually think that both coaches do something very similar. They just go out and they recruit their players. They kind of block out the noise and go, you got to get this 5-star kid, you got to get that guy. They go out and get the person that fits their system, that's interchangeable. That's what makes both of those coaches dangerous, because they know they're not going to get the top players.
And a lot of people forget. They think, what happened in the last game? There's a lot of success there. We'll be right back with more coming up on Press Pass.
It's the biggest tent sale in Art Van Furniture history. Shop the tent, shop the store with up to an extra 15% off. Plus, no interest for 12 months or take an extra 20% off. It's the final day, Monday till 9 p.m. Don't miss it.
Vaccine-preventable diseases like measles, whooping cough, and more are still a risk because many children aren't vaccinated. Diseases that were once virtually erased are now being passed from one child to another. Mom! There's no way to know who's next.
That's why I vaccinate.
Get the facts at ivaccinate.org.
The tents are up, so the prices are down at Art Van Furniture. Outdoor umbrellas just $39. 5-piece dining sets $149. 6-piece outdoor sectionals $6.99. Hurry, it's the biggest tent sale in Art Van Furniture history.
An all-new Star, Wednesday at 9 after Empire on Fox.
Team spirit. Face paint. More cowbell. Dean Trailways Motor Coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
Hello, my name is Dr. John Braccio, psychologist. If you or your child have problems with focus, inattention, sitting still, memory, concentration, these are traits of ADHD. Visit us at drjohnb.com.
So, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoyed giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this important nerd alert.
We're playing Doctor, Star Trek style.
I'm in hell, Leonard. This concludes your nerd alert from The Big Bang Theory, 5 nights a week.
Weeknights at 7 and 7:30.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for The Big Picture, brought to you by Dean Trailways. With trips for every season, Dean takes care of the details so you can enjoy the experience, including daily casino runs and great getaways to northern Michigan and Chicago. Doug Warren and I took a Dean Luxury Cruiser to Chicago and joined 27 pro football greats, more than 100 supporters of the Shinsky Orphanage in Matamoros, Mexico.
Tom Brady of French Federation. You got the Tom Brady of French football right here.
Today, we fight because this is an arbor.
Who's red? Who's red? Who's red?
Ah!
Don't do that. Don't do that. What is our team name?
Napoleon.
Napoleon, like as an ice cream. Yeah.
Football on three. 1, 2, 3, football!
Michigan in France. Tom Crawford, for those who've considered the University of Michigan to be America's team, can the leaders in Beth now be considered Europe's team after the spring trips to Rome and Paris and all this paintball success?
Well, you know, when you say America's team, well, they're a polarizing team. You either love Michigan or you hate Michigan.
Like the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly. But why is everybody running down that school for taking advantage of 2 alumni who are going to have the resources to spend $800,000 to send these guys for a great learning experience in Normandy and to learn about the world and to do, you know, goodwill and service to the public? I don't understand why everybody's knocking Michigan for going there. What, you know, it's like him. Well, why don't they concentrate on football? Because what Jim Harbaugh does, he wants you to take May off.
I'm trying to save your alums money. You don't need a passport, and it's a lot cheaper. Take Michigan to Indianapolis.
There's
They've never
more
seen it
to
before.
life
They don't
than
know.
football.
There's a stadium called Lucas Oil.
You know what?
That in the
They'll
first
be
week
there
of
in
December,
and then we'll see it then.
they allow
When
the
they're
best 2
12
Big
and
10 teams to
as
play.
Tom projected, they'll
And
be
it's
there
cheaper.
this year.
They're going in December.
It's cheaper.
So why?
You stalked the Pope last year. I don't even know what you're doing.
Jeez. You're such a bitter man.
I'm not bitter. It's funny.
It's just another example, though, of the haves and the have-nots.
Well, what's wrong with that?
And
take
it
advantage.
would be nice if you have some parity and equity. That's what they try to do in the NCAA, is to create level playing field.
State other doing schools that have rich alumni. There'll be other schools that follow Michigan's path.
There'll be a lot that don't, too.
Ohio State,
Have you seen any do it yet?
What's that?
Have any done it yet?
Well, hey, you know, they don't want to follow Jim Harbaugh. They just
Ohio State,
reluctant
Alabama.
They don't want to finish third in the Big
championship
Maybe
game.
that's it.
better world.
Rico, Shea Patterson will be immediately eligible to rescue the Wolverines' offense this season.
Right.
Where would you rank him in the list of Big Ten quarterbacks for 2018?
It's hard to say because he hasn't played, and they're going to say, well, he played in the SEC, which is tough, but played half a season. When they play bad teams like the directional schools, he's had 600 yards. He played Alabama. Alabama humbled him. LSU humbled him. So where would I put him?
14th.
Maybe I'd put him in the top 7.
Top 7?
Wow.
What about 3, 2, 4?
Okay, I failed to realize last year when Ole Miss, or the year before, when Ole Miss was winning national titles. I don't recall him
got the
doing
6
it.
wins last year. That was.
And 6 wins makes you the 3rd best quarterback? If that's the case, then Brandon Peters should be 1.
Tom, we've had a lot of national experts who've told us that he'll be one of the top 3 quarterbacks in this league, if not number 1, right?
National experts have been saying Michigan's going to win every year, too. Right?
No, they don't. They don't say every year.
Tom,
You can't even
we
say
want
that
to
with a
switch
straight
sports
face.
here. We're talking about speed. We're talking about playing on the road and going to other schools. Is there a stadium, or there an arena, I should say, when you go, you say, yeah, I'm here again? And is there one that you say, man, we really got to bring it tonight?
Well, you have to bring it at Illinois. I
Illinois.
mean, it's hard. It's hard playing there, man. They just
Regardless
so
of how good the team is, right?
Yeah, this is so gritty, and they play so hard. And you know, I like playing at Iowa. I like playing at Iowa, and I like playing in Minnesota.
Why did you do so well at Minnesota? It didn't bother you with the raised floor or anything else, right?
I don't know. I don't know why, but I just liked playing there.
Would you like coaching there someday?
Oh no.
No?
No.
No?
If I do any coaching, I want to be from Michigan State.
No, that's what I mean. I mean coaching
Oh,
for
coaching.
Michigan State, taking the team and, maybe being on Tom's staff at some point, or maybe, a lot of people are talking about that.
Can I ask Tom a quick question?
Go ahead.
So when it was Duke on the schedule, were you guys like, Duke again?
Yeah, I wanted to beat them, yeah. I wish we could play. Hold on. We played them, I think, no. We didn't play them my sophomore year.
No.
We played them my freshman year. We played them my junior year and my senior year. Couldn't get the job done, man. But yeah, I wanted them.
I think this was a year where the way things had gone, you got in Duke again.
Yeah.
Might have turned out differently. I like the way things were going in that particular matchup. All right, we will be back in just a minute. We're going to talk about hoops and horsepower, and we're going to talk about speed. We're going to talk about the Kentucky Derby, the 144th running, the wettest in history at Churchill Downs. We'll be back with that and more here on Press Pass.
It's spring cleaning time at every Graf dealership.
We have way too much inventory and more on the way. And we'll give you $3,000 minimum for your trade.
Lease Pull Ahead is back at every Graf dealership. Drive off a new Silverado double cab for only $145 per month, or get into a new Chevy Equinox for just $136 a month.
And get a minimum of $3,000 for your trade. It's the Graf Spring Cleaning Sale going on right now at every Graf dealership.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified, humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin to the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Craig.
Welcome to Delicious.
The Knapp Center is a historical hub for future business growth in beautiful downtown Lansing.
The Ide Company did the best they could to preserve the integrity of the history of this building while incorporating a modern open workspace.
They have been prompt, they have been efficient, and they really are a friendly, great group of people that we don't have any concerns about calling them for any of our needs.
Opportunities for retail, office, restaurant, and residential. Build the future as a member of the Ide Company family.
To the Empire!
An all-new Empire, Wednesday at 8 on Fox.
St. John Savings Buick's GMCs, we're bringing in the new year. Here's some examples. Brand new Buick Encore with a trade-in, it's only $45 a month.
Cadillac XTS, $319 down, $319 a month, tax included.
Sundance St. John, saving you money 7 days a week.
When John Deere started selling the Waterloo Boy tractor in 1918, it changed the agricultural landscape forever. And 45 years later, John Deere engineered change again with the introduction of compact and utility tractors for large and small property owners. Today, John Deere continues to make life better for those who love to work the land with a legendary lineup of innovative machines.
D&G Equipment, celebrating 25 years of supporting John Deere Ag and Turf equipment in Mason, Williamston, Howell, Highland, Corunna, Charlotte, and Rise Junction.
Spring for green with a rebate of up to $500 on select Shaw floors. Plus, enjoy 24-month special financing on purchases from April 2nd to May 12th. See store for details.
From selection to service and even price, Discount Carpet has it all.
Throw home in front. Good magic, and Jose Ortiz a length behind as they come into the final furlong. Bravazzo's down the center of the track, and then Audible on the inside, who's now up in a third. Justify a 2-length lead as they come to the final 16. Good magic on the outside is second. Audible third toward the inside, then it's still Regard. They're coming to the wire. He's just awesome. Justify has won the Kentucky Derby.
Justify made it look easy, and that was my boy Jack flying on the outside. Went from 19th to 5th. Wait till they get him at the Belmont Stakes when it's a mile and a half. Tom Crawford, a few Michiganders love the Derby any more than you do. Was all the attention to this year's mile and a quarter classic justified?
Oh, how clever, Jack. That was good, you know. Yeah, I mean, it was disappointing to see a 3 inches of rainfall, that beautiful event, you know, and have a muddy track like that. But Justify did pull away there. We talked about great coaches, you know, Izzo and Beeline, Bob Baffert, great trainer. My God, this is his 15th Kentucky Derby winner. He trained American Pharoah, last Triple Crown winner, and he had 3 other horses he was training. I don't know, you're coaching like 4 different teams. In the
5 Derby winners now for Bob Baffert.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And so that's why I figured he would win. He was a favorite. And I think I think he's got a good shot at the Preakness. Belmont, it might be a little bit different, but he pulled away as a speed horse and is a good mutter, obviously, as we saw there.
And Mike Smith, at age 52, matched the oldest jockey ever to win.
Yeah.
Someone at age 52 can do that kind of thing. Rico, Justify became the first horse since Apollo in 1882 to defy the jinx and win the Run for the Roses without having competed as a 2-year-old. 4 for 4 this year. And will he win the Preakness Stakes in 2 weeks and the Belmont 3 weeks after that and match American Pharoah's 2015 Triple Crown?
No.
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 Why?
American Pharoah was a special horse. I mean, it's hard to do. It was a reason why no one had did it for so many years. As Tom said, maybe he wins the Preakness, but something about that Belmont, I know horses aren't people, but it's like they just choke.
It's a 37-year gap.
Right, they choke when they come to the Belmont. They'll get that first and second race, but they can't make the third one. I don't think it's going to happen.
Tom, I really thought that Rico would be all over Justified because he hasn't lost yet, much like Michael Jordan when he gave us that argument before. But, all right, I want to switch sports for a minute, but I want to stay with the topic of speed. And you're one of the fastest players in Big Ten history. Certainly in Michigan State history, no question about that. What's it like to know that you can outrun anybody on the court, and how frustrating is it when teams send everybody back so you can't get a fast break?
You know, you can outrun everybody on the court. It's fun, you know, especially if it's what you do and it's what I did. But then when everybody get back, it's really frustrating because that's what you're good at, and when teams take that away, you know, you kind of get into a daze and stuff like that. It's not fun anymore.
Talking to other coaches around the country, guys, the first thing in their scouting reports for the NCAA tournament is do not let Michigan State run in transition.
Yeah. Like Wisconsin got
They'll
back
run off
on
a made
defense
basket.
Big Ten.
That's the first thing they work on.
Yeah.
Jack, I still laugh. Years ago, sitting there with Larry Lage, and we were at the Florida press conference in 2000, and Billy Donovan is saying, and the Florida players, Michigan State is slow. They can't run. We're going to run them up and down the court. Larry and I looked at each other and said, they're going to win the national championship. And everybody else laughed at us. And sure enough, Florida tried running and found out there's a reason, as you told Tom, there's a reason why teams just pull back and say, we'll concede the rebound, we'll concede everything, you will not run on us.
Smart.
Because they actually can.
Yeah. We have seen that with teams that can just fly by people. And Magic Johnson, when he was at Michigan State in the late 70s, they were playing Lamar, and Billy Tubbs didn't even watch Michigan State, never watched him. And people said, you know, you want to see the Magic show? Or you? He said, just another team. And, you know, it was halftime, and they were going to get back on the bus. That's how big of a shock it was. But in terms of the fast break, what's the key to a great fast break? You got to get the rebound first, right?
Yeah, that's the key. You got to get the rebound. If you don't get the rebound, you can't go with the ball. So I think the way we play, you know, systematic defense, you know, gap defense, and then you cut out and you get the rebound. Everybody get to their spot, and then we go. See how fast we can get the ball up the floor.
Usually, you need wings who are going to sprint.
Yeah.
You're one of the few guys who could have a one-man fast break.
Yep. If I get the rebound, it was more dangerous for us. But, you know, sometimes I went too fast, and I tried to get down there before my teammates got down there, and that didn't work out. So OG used to tell me, let the players get in front of us.
You guys would break off the made basket as good as anybody.
Yeah, that's because that's what we do. You know,
you would catch people smiling and
posing.
And
you just go, man. You know, everybody said they want to run. You know, that's what you come to Michigan State to do, run. So Coach used to be mad when nobody wanted to run. He don't really like running plays unless he has to.
People don't understand that, but Tom Izzo would much rather not run set plays. He loves it when teams want to run.
Yeah.
Just aren't many teams like that. Michigan was wise. Northwestern used to send everybody back. We'll be back in just a minute with Law of the Jungle segment. We'll talk Tigers and Lions up next.
At Not Just Guns in Mason, we are not just gun experts, we're knowledgeable enthusiasts. From full-service gunsmithing to concealed carry and training classes, we have something for shooters of all experience levels. Click our online auction every Wednesday for hundreds of new and used guns. We have the latest and greatest in firearms, accessories, and ammunition. We buy, trade, or let us sell it for you. Friendly staff can fit you with the perfect firearm for your every need. If we don't have it, we'll order it. Not Just Guns in Mason. Click or call today.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to mow! And Toro products do just that. Whether it's the Super Recycler mower giving you the best cut Toro has to offer, coupled with personal pace self-propel, or maybe it's the Time Master, a 30-inch mower with the same features, but it's wider, so it cuts your mowing time by 40%. Or maybe you want to ride in style with the Toro Time Cutter Zero Turn, cuts mowing time in half. Toro's got you covered, and we prep, assemble, and deliver it locally to your door for free. Come into Midwest Power Equipment today.
Lethal Weapon, all new Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Hello, my name is Dr. John Braccio, psychologist. If you or your child have problems with focus, inattention, sitting still, memory, concentration, these are traits of ADHD. Visit us at drjohnb.com.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, we have a taste for adventure because the only way to know how good something can be is to go for it. Try our veggie smoothies, Island Green, made with spinach, kale, pineapple, banana, and mango. And Caribbean Seaburst with carrots, mango, banana, orange, and goji. Adventure begins with never knowing until you try, but always expecting something great. Go for a veggie smoothie at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
Your paycheck can be gone before you know it. We're here to help save your hard-earned wages. Discovering deals that are too good to be true. Shining a light on scams meant to rip you off. Watch Don't Waste Your Money with John Matarese tomorrow on Fox 47 News at 10.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for the Law of the Jungle segment, brought to you by Retirement Protection Services and my financial advisor, Jack Vogler. Give Jack a call at 339-4777. That's 339-4777. And learn how to get market-like returns with zero risk of downturns. I'm glad I did.
Jason Hamill facing Nicholas Castellanos.
The 2-2 to Castellanos. That's driven down the left field line. That ball is off the base of the wall. And there's going to be a play at the plate, and he's safe. All the way to third goes Castellanos, and it's 1-0 Tigers. Almonte with a line drive to left, pretty well hit. Jones going back. Jones at the wall. It's gone.
Deep on Gordon, especially Castellanos and right. The 0-2. Swinging a fly ball, left field. Martin will come over, and he lost the ball in the sun. Off his head, off his glove. Duda will score. And down to second goes Gordon. Wow. 1-2 pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. He got him on strike.
Boy, what a pitch. That ball almost bounced up.
There you see the 2018 Detroit Tigers, and sometimes they look like, hey, this team's really going to catch on again, and other times they look like some Little League team.
It's like a 4A team.
Yeah, exactly. Tom Crawford, Tigers now 14-19. Will they ever get to 500 again this season, and how much do you care?
Well, I don't. Well, I'll go on record. I'll get that one. I don't give a rip at all. But I'm telling you what, they're 5 games under 500, and they're in the lousiest division in Major League Baseball. 2 years ago, this was the toughest division, AL Central. Now they're in the worst. And my God, they struggled with Kansas City this weekend. They lost today. They got some young talent, and as Fred Heumann says, they're exciting to watch. And they do this, the exciting, aggressive base running, and they play small ball pretty well. But they're not going to win a lot of games, Jack. And I think when I projected 73, 74, I think I was way over the top. I'd probably end up in the mid-60s.
Rico, do you think that the Tigers, with all these young players, at least it's going to be exciting, they can sell hope?
They can sell hope. No, they're actually selling just have fun, like what Tom said. There's no expectations. Zero.
Right.
Nobody's expecting
no
them
pressure
to do
with that.
anything, no pressure,
Garden
no
hire is
expectation.
relaxed.
You go out to the game, have a few beers, sit there in the crowd, cross your fingers, hope to God you leave with a victory.
Right.
That's it. That's your expectation for the Tigers. You're not, Verlander's, you're not talking about, well, can they make a move? At trade deadline, there's no one to trade.
Yeah.
There's nothing. You just go there and you have fun. So,
well, you can trade V-Mart.
Nobody wants him. You couldn't get a cheese sandwich for him.
Tom, you never had the experience of playing with no expectations.
Well, yeah, I think the first year I came in, 2014, nobody expected us to do anything that year, and we went to the Final Four.
Yeah, especially after they lost to Texas Southern.
That's true. We were sitting watching that under the baskets, and
they going to lose this game.
It's going to end the streak.
Yeah.
Rico, switching sports, Matt Ryan became the highest paid player in pro football, $30 million a year. That means that the Vikings' new quarterback, Kirk Cousins, drops to second, and your boy Matthew Stafford is now third on that list. It just seems like as people cycle through, the next one into the pits is going to get the biggest contract. How high will this salary spiral spin?
I mean, it's going to keep going higher and higher. It's musical chairs. I mean, I think either it happened or it's about to happen on Monday that Aaron Rodgers is not going to push everybody else down. He's going to get an extension, moving Matt Ryan down, moving Cousins down, moving Stafford down. So you almost want to try and lock in a quarterback now to get them cheap, but that's just the day and age we live in now. The salaries are going to keep going up and up. You're making the money. You're going to have to pay. And even if the quarterbacks aren't that good, you got to pay them.
Cam Newton is not one of the top 10 paid quarterbacks, so his time is coming.
Oh, his time is going to come, and he's going to break the bank until the next person breaks the bank, and then the next person.
Leapfrog.
Yeah. It's a good time to be in the NFL right now.
You look at the list of the top 10 highest priced quarterbacks. What name don't you see there? Oh, you don't see the guy with the 5 Super Bowls from New England.
Right, exactly.
So, he's done a few things. He's structured his contract differently. But still, it's going to come a point where he says, where am I on this list? Jimmy Garoppolo, is ahead now. So that's something that he's going to have to look at. Tom, you've always been as grounded as any player who's come through East Lansing. Can you imagine players, maybe some of your friends now are going to be in this category, where they'll be making $25 million a year?
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You just got to be smart with it, know what to do with it.
That's a lot here, the Bahamas, anywhere, right?
That's a lot of money anywhere. You just better make sure you put it to good use.
What would you do if someone handed you a check for $25 million?
First, I would take care of my family, get them straight. Everybody in my family moved, my whole entire family.
You got $24.5 million left.
Don't forget about me, cousin.
And then the rest would just go to helping people around the world.
See, I knew he was going to say that, right?
Pretty
There's going to be a Lou Rawls, Tum Tum Nairn Jr. Foundation or something, right?
Definitely.
To give to people.
Yeah, motivational speaker, politician, or pastor. He's going to be one of these three. I guarantee you.
The least likely player Michigan State has ever had
Coach.
to have 7 houses and 8 cars. Lou Rawls, Tum Tum Nairn Jr. All right. We will be back in just a minute, and we're going to have our Take It to the Bank segment brought to you by Dart Bank. All of our guarantees coming up here on Press Pass.
Find inspiration for using MSI's new subway tile collection. Classic marble, handcrafted ceramic, natural stone, and today's new metallics in surprising ways. Visit Young Brothers in Daly on Michigan Avenue in Lansing and get inspired.
Larry? Sorry, Larry's on the road again, but you can always find him at larrysrvservice.com. Take virtual tours, apply for financing, even schedule mobile service online. Let Larry find a great deal for you at Larry's RV in Jackson.
Larry, are you out there?
All of us are working to help Michigan save energy. Consumers Energy is helping by providing you with suggestions and tips you can use to save energy and money every month. For instance, simply installing LED bulbs in your home could save you up to $80 in energy bills over a bulb's lifetime. For more useful tips and suggestions on how to reduce your energy use and lower your monthly energy costs, visit consumersenergy.com/myhome. Consumers Energy, count on us.
Everything you thought you knew about medicine is wrong. The Resident, all new Monday on Fox.
The Student Bookstore is your green and white shop headquarters. Outfit your entire family with Spartan gear. We have a large selection of men's, women's, and children's clothing. Show off your Michigan State pride with new shoes, socks, hats, and more. Have your tailgate ready with MSU party supplies, car accessories, and dress your pet in green and white. We have gifts for students, grads, alumni, and fans. From Vera Bradley and Dooney and Burke to diploma frames and more. Always shop SBS for the biggest and best selection of green and white. Go green, go white, go SBS.
Working with the Ide Company, 1, is very easy to do. 2, they're very responsive to our needs. And 3, as we've grown as a company, they've listened to those needs and they've helped us plan out our future in terms of growth that needs to be done at this location.
It's just comforting to know I'm working with the Ide Company, knowing that they can accommodate our growth. In that way, they're an excellent partner.
Opportunities for retail, office, restaurant, and residential. Build the future as a member of the Ide Company family.
The royal family would have had an idea for the perfect bride for Prince Harry.
And into this world comes Meghan.
This Friday on Fox.
This beautiful woman tripped and fell into my life.
I can hear Diana laughing now.
This is the stuff that comes out of movies.
I'm proud of who I am.
She's a divorcee, she's an actress.
And she's half black.
How will it end?
Meghan Markle, an American princess, this Friday on Fox.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for our Take It to the Bank segment, brought to you by Dart Bank, dedicated to meeting the needs of our banking community for more than 90 years, with 4 convenient locations in Mason, Holton South Lansing, Grand Ledge, and the expanded Home Loan Center in Frandor. That's Dart Bank for what matters most.
Here it is, Saints under 3 seconds to go. Throws up the floater. Full flush! Good night, Cleveland! That is for you!
That's an appropriate way for Take It to the Bank, right? We start with the most famous bank shot.
What happened to the concept of a double team once in a while? Why not just try it? You know, what do you got to lose?
I mean, you let him go all the way down. He hit the shot.
They forced him into a tough shot.
Yeah,
He makes that less than 1 out of 4.
But he's good going.
I mean, after hitting that shot, the only thing missing was him just giving him the double barrel middle finger, saying, "Really? Nobody want to double team me? Take this again, Toronto."
All right, Team 241, we are done with the Kentucky Derby. We're done with the MSU commencements. Tom Crawford, what can we take to the bank about the 2018 Triple Crown with races coming up in Baltimore in 2 weeks and New York in 5?
Well, you know, I'm going to flip we had a discussion earlier in the show about this, but I'm just going to flip the script on this because I can't agree with Rico Beard. It's just not in my DNA. So I'm going to say Justify is going to win the Triple Crown. He will win the Preakness and somehow find a way that go that mile and a half. You know, it's not so much that, you know, just because it takes 37 years to have another Triple Crown winner. I mean, in the 70s, they came back-to-back within 5 years, so why not within a couple of years? So Justify is going to win the Triple Crown this year. You can take it to the bank.
Doing things out of spite and hate don't get you anywhere.
I don't care.
Tom is actually...
I can't agree with this man, ever.
Tom Crawford has been pretty good on these take it to the bank predictions. I went back and I looked. You have been pretty good.
There you go.
You had one big whiff. Do you know what it was?
Probably has something to do with the bowl.
LeBron James would not play a game, right?
Gosh dog it, Jack, that's who's going to be in my league. You said that LeBron James wouldn't be playing in May.
Yeah, that's true. I got caught up in the Pacer mania, you know, in that game one, and I just thought he was carrying too much. This is why it impresses me even more. He can put this team on his back. He is the GOAT. He is a flat-out GOAT.
The Michigan basketball shirts had your new saying for you. Okay, what is it? Say less, do more.
Just go, Jack. Go on.
Tom Crawford's on the same page with Tum Tum and Darian Harris. They're all in on Bron.
Oh, he's the baddest of all time.
You know what they say in terms of 5 Raptors? All you need is one LeBronosaurus, and it's much better. Rico, in terms of players who could come out or could stay in the draft, Charles Matthews and Nick Ward, what do we know?
Neither got invited to the NBA Combine. I think that's kind of a clue. Both should probably come back, but as I said, the NBA game fits Matthews. If he thinks that he should come back, plus he's older, so older players tend to, you know, it's the expiration date. You know, once you turn 20, you're an old man. Yeah. So Matthews may stay. He should come back. Nick Ward should come back. That's how I see it.
Tom, you said you thought there was a good chance that both of those guys would come back. Is that the right thing for them to do?
Yeah, I think both of them should come back and, you know, develop their games a little bit more. But I mean, I think it's good that you could go and see where you're at in terms of, you know, following your dreams, but then come back to school and try to get better.
You have a very quick lock about the NBA playoffs, the next round, the conference finals.
Cavs gonna win it, and then Golden State gonna win it.
Cavs and Golden State. Been there before, right?
Yeah.
Same old, same old. Year 4 of that. We'll be back in just a moment. We're going to have our Cool and Smooth segment brought to you by Culver's and all of our weekly awards coming up next on Press Pass.
It's spring cleaning time at every Graf dealership. We have way too much inventory and more on the way. And we'll give you $3,000 minimum for your trade.
Lease Pull Ahead is back at every Graf dealership. Drive off a new Silverado double cab for only $145 per month, or get into a new Chevy Equinox for just $136 a month.
And get a minimum of $3,000 for your trade. It's the Graf Spring Cleaning Sale going on right now at every Graf dealership.
Team spirit, face paint, more cowbell. Dean Trailways Motor Coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
You're up. There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted, just whistle.
Touchdown, Champions!
Catch an all-new episode of Lucifer, Monday at 8/7 Central on Fox.
It's finally that time when we can enjoy the outdoors. Van Atta's Greenhouse and Flower Shop offers a variety of beautiful flowers and shrubs to complement your home and landscape. Visit Van Atta's Greenhouse and Flower Shop today, open 7 days a week.
Spring for green with a rebate of up to $500 on select Shaw floors. Plus, enjoy 24-month special financing on purchases from April 2nd to May 12th. See store for details.
From selection to service and even price, Discount Carpet has it all.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for our Cool and Smooth segment, brought to you by the 5 Culver's locations in mid-Michigan. Since 1984, Culver's has been delighting guests one meal at a time with scrumptious butter burgers and premium frozen custard. That's Culver's. Welcome to delicious. We don't spend a lot of time talking about soccer on this show, but I have to tell you about Joe Thompson, and is a 2-time cancer conqueror. Was never supposed to play Premier League soccer again. His team was at the bottom of Division III. He was going to be relegated. That means he was going to basically be kicked out of the league. And he scores his first goal of the season in the game that saved the franchise. You don't see that very often. A guy who was supposed to be in the hospital. Amazing. All right, Team 241. Who has been as cool and smooth as a Culver's Mint Explosion this week? And I had one of those Friday night at the Okemos and Exit 110 store, my favorite ice cream. All right, Tom Crawford, what about our Team of the Week?
Team of the Week, you know, I could go with the Michigan softball team because they won 20 Big Ten titles. You know, Carol Hudson's doing a terrific job. And just raised $1 million for cancer, speaking of cancer. So they're my honorable mention. I'm going to go with the Boston Celtics, man. I'm telling you what, going up 3-0 over Philly, and they were down 22 points in Game 2, and they came back. That's a team. I mean, you know, that was a team that everybody thought was going to beat the Celtics. Celtics were hurt going in, but they're 3-0 right now, so they're my Team of the Week. Because Cavaliers will be Team of the Week maybe later on.
Yeah, Philly needs to get some more.
Maybe another coach. Maybe another coach.
They trust the process. They're all young. This is all new to them. They don't know how to handle adversity.
They do like to turn the ball over.
They don't know how to handle adversity. Well, the Al Horfords know how to handle that.
Yeah. Brad Stevens, Steve Kerr, Greg Popovich. Coaches make a difference.
Brad Stevens at the top right now.
People say. All right, Rico Beard. What about our Play of the Week?
Play of the Week. Okay. The funniest thing of the week, and it kind of is a Play of the Week, was whoever came up with the Ben Simmons holding up the ¡1.
That was fun.
That was clever.
The parody off of Will Chamberlain.
Will Chamberlain scoring 100 points, he scored 1. That was hilarious. But the Play of the Week is, and you guys will be happy, I mean, it's LeBron James, because I don't think people realize the degree of difficulty that's in that shot. Yeah. I mean, he is running at full speed, and he stops. He doesn't square up to the basket. He literally is on the left side of the basket and throws it up with his right hand. The odds of doing that again are probably astronomical, but you only got to do it once.
Not for him.
You only got to do it once, and he did it. So LeBron, you get the Play of the Week.
And Tom, I thought it was very interesting that in that situation, he told Tyronn Lue, I don't want to take the ball at half court. Take it out at the end. I can go 94 feet. I've got enough time, but this gives me more operating space.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that struck me about that play was you don't let LeBron go left. No matter what you do.
He's strong going left.
Yeah. He can really only go left. I mean, he can go right, but if he gets downhill left, it's nothing you can do.
But the shot was with the right hand. Everything about that shot was
wrong. He wanted to get to that spot because he works on that
his shot. His chest was facing the baseline. It wasn't facing the basket.
Yeah, tough shot. What about our Game of the Week, Tom?
I say Game 2, and you know, at Toronto, LeBron going off 44, 8, and 14. I mean, 7 fadeaway jumpers. Like, I mean, he's just doing everything.
Time for our Player of the Week. That's a good one. You know, a lot of choices there. Every year, I try to go to an MSU commencement or two, and I had a chance to do that today. The College of Arts and Letters, and the undergraduate speaker was a young lady named Peyton Del Toro, and she said, reputation does not sit behind bars. Think about that. And he always said, afflict the comfortable and comfort the afflicted. And this is our future. To all the graduates for 2018, you're the hope. Go forth and reshape the universe. You can do it. We're counting on you. Want to thank Bluebelly Tom Crawford. You can hear him every weekday afternoon. The Drive with Jack and Tom. Rico Beard, the Spartan Beat. Tom, thanks so much. Great luck to you. We'll be back next week, everyone. Have a great week.